All right, hey guys, it's Kevin again, and this is going to be the April movie preview. I know this is very delayed. I wanted to do this 2 weeks ago, but we had a lot of problems with times and guests that were supposed to be here. And that's why there's only one person here. There was originally supposed to be a few people here. Originally, it was supposed to be Jackson Fulcher, but he had his school musical, and that interfered with this. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to get him. Nate Plew from Stupid Beagle Reviews, he was going to join as well, but he unfortunately is under the weather, so he wasn't able to join. Happy birthday to him. Definitely, I know he's out there. I don't know if he's still sick, but happy birthday to him if he sees this. But I do have his clone here that was originally supposed to do it with him. Basically, Nate and FilmFan0599 here, they were supposed to do it in May, and Jackson was supposed to do it in April, but I moved them up, so they're doing it in May. You guys don't care about this, but without further ado, let's introduce him.
Let's just get into this, sir.
Here he is.
Hey, what's up, you guys? FilmFan0599 here again, and thank you to Mr. Falk for having me on here for the April movie preview. And April is a graveyard because it's basically dead.
Yeah, I was going to say that because of how packed March was, which, let's face it, March was basically early May. It was insane how many movies were coming out then. And then May obviously has a lot of big stuff coming out. April just doesn't have a lot coming out. So instead of us going back and forth between me saying a movie and then, Double Nine here saying a movie, instead, what we're going to do is I'm just going to read off all the films. I'll say what I think of them, and then FilmFan0599, you can chime in with whatever film you want to talk about. Now, we know, obviously, the first week has already gone by, so we're just going to start off with the first film that has already come out, that, of course, being April 3rd. Yeah, April 3rd. No, not April 3rd. What was it? What was Friday?
Friday was April. I think it was April
7th. There we go.
April 7th.
Okay. So April 7th, of course, we saw the first film come out, and that, of course, is Smurfs: The Lost Village.
We all know the place, the magic mushroom houses, the tight white pants.
Excuse me?
And all the different attitudes. Arty farties, frenemies, worry warts.
Sometimes I just feel blue.
Cranks, shade throwers, nosies.
Well, what's going on over there?
And there's one thing they have in common.
100.
They're all dudes.
Now for the one-fingered push-up. 1, 2.
Except for one.
Get from our bed! High heels.
So Smurfs: The Lost Village, this is a film that I was very 50-50 about going into it. I'm very 50-50 about this one because I have seen the first one in theaters, and at the time I saw it with my family. I loved it, but you guys got to remember, this is before I started doing movie reviews, and this is back, like, say, 2011. I was maybe 13 or 12 or 13 when that movie came out. Yeah, it's a piece of shit. I look back on it now, it's a piece of shit. It's filled with, like, Sony propaganda. It's got really bad CGI. It's got Neil Patrick Harris basically just saying Smurfity Smurf, Smurf, Smurf because he's not able to swear, basically giving his thoughts about the film in Smurf language. It's just it's an absolute travesty. I didn't even see the second one because it was so bad. But this film, however, I actually am kind of looking forward to because this is kind of what we wanted the Smurfs movie to be. It's going to take place mainly in that village. It has a whole new cast. It's a whole new concept. I don't think it's going to be anything deeper than the original was, but I am hearing that it is a little bit more fun and that it actually gives a lot more for the characters and things like that. So I do think they could do a bit more of it. Right now, again, I'm very 50-50 with it because of how abysmal that first one was. I do think this one definitely, it can't possibly be worse. I feel like it's only up from here. It definitely can be better, but FilmFan0599, what do you want to say?
The Smurfs: The Lost Village, here's the interesting thing. I'm not necessarily looking forward to it, but I will say it has somewhat of my interest because it's actually going to be animated this time. And I'm actually glad that they made animated instead of doing the whole live action animated hybrid thing. It seriously, for the most part, it doesn't work. The only really time it worked was with Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That's it. With all the other like He-Man and He-Man and all that, like, it just doesn't work.
There was a He-Man one.
Yeah, He-Man. They had him in, like, Los Angeles, and he meets Courtney Cox, and it's weird. But yeah, Smurfs: The Lost Village, I will commend it that at least it's going with Foley animation this time and not doing the whole live action animated hybrid thing. So I will say that, but from the looks of the trailers and stuff, it just looks kind of generic to me, and I'm just like, whatever. But I will say at least they're making it fully animated this time, so I can appreciate that. So that's just my thoughts. So, and yeah, those 2 live action movies, yeah, they're terrible. They're garbage. The garbage.
Yeah. It kind of sucks, though, because the kid who actually played Neil Patrick Harris and Jada May's son actually was Jacob Tremblay, believe it or not. That actually was the kid from Room. What a bad start. I wish Room started, unfortunately. It wasn't. But if you guys are interested in Smurfs The Lost Village, it already has come out, so check it out, I guess, if you want to see it. Good for the kids, because the only other thing kids can see right now is Beauty and the Beast and the Boss Baby, so I guess Smurfs The Lost Village, if you guys want to check that out. But the other film that came out this week, I actually am kind of interested in. I actually do want to check this one out, and that, of course, is Going in Style.
You pick exactly what's on the pension, right?
That's all I want.
What if we get more?
We give it to charity.
It's time for a practice run.
We'll be right back.
I don't want to stay in the car. It's hot in here.
Hello, Al.
I gotta get some chicken thighs.
Breasts are better than thighs, don't you think?
Never has anybody walked off with a whole pork loin.
Jump in the basket.
Who the hell you think I am? E.T.?
I don't know what's going on in the world anymore. Look what you did to Cindy. She's looking like a Colombian drug mule.
Going in Style, this is a film that at first glance, yeah, it does sound kind of generic. You got 3 old guys who basically decide to start, robbing convenience stores and things like that and all that kind of stuff. But the thing that works so well here is the cast. The cast here is phenomenal. Morgan Freeman, Michael Caine, and Alan Arkin. These guys, they're absolute legends. These are definitely, they're veterans of Hollywood. They've made some of the greatest films of all time. So their performances, I think, are really going to elevate this film to a T. I think their humor looks really good. Their chemistry definitely look like they bond quite well together. And I think they're going to take what could have been just a really whatever film and actually make it really funny. And I'm hearing from a lot of people that is definitely the case. This film actually is a lot of fun. There's a lot of great humor scattered throughout it. I did hear it's a little bit silly and doesn't exactly make a lot of sense. But for a film like this, I'm okay if it's a little mindless. If it's a fun popcorn film, I'm fine with that. I love Morgan Freeman. I love Michael Caine. I love Alan Arkin. And I think these 3 actors working together, it's very rare. It's, it's quite a rarity that we see something like that happen. And I think definitely it's going to be that alone is enough the price of admission for me. So I'm definitely looking forward to Going in Style.
This movie just looks like kind of just a harmless, fun movie. Like I'm not like expecting much from it. I'm just that's what I'm really expecting. Like it's just kind of just a fun, harmless comedy with Morgan Freeman, Michael Caine, and Alan Arkin just being old people trying to just do some fun things. So that's really all it looks to me, but it could be a fun movie from what I've seen. So yeah, I really don't have any much thoughts on it. That's all I really got.
All right, guys. So Going in Style, again, that movie has already come out. If you guys do want to check it out, I think it definitely looks really good. It's probably the best out of the 3 films that did come out this week. The other film that came out, I really don't have much to say about, but that it did come out, so we do have kind of talk about it, and that is Mark Webb's new film, Gifted.
Who can tell me what 3 plus 3 is?
Everyone knows it's 6.
Barry, can you stand up, please? Can you tell me what 57 multiplied by 135 is? Okay.
7,695. The square root is 87.7 and change. Now, what does ad nauseum mean?
All right, so Gifted, this is a film that I really have not heard many people talk about. It kind of just came out and no one's really said much about it, but it is a film basically about a gifted child, essentially. That's what this is. You got Chris Evans, who is raising this child prodigy, and there's a lot of things you can do with that, but like most of these films, these 3 films, this just kind of looks generic to me. It doesn't really look like anything that great. It kind of looks like just very average, very mediocre. I think this is more closer to what Mark Webb should be doing. He works very well with indie films, 500 Days of Summer. And I think that's honestly the reason why Amazing Spider-Man did not work for him. It's very hard. A lot of times now, he kind of started the trend of taking an independent film director and giving him a major a major franchise, and I feel like it really did not work for Mark Webb. He's definitely better in doing these very simple type films. This one just looks kind of generic. I really don't have much to say, but I think FilmFan0599 will agree with me.
Actually, funny enough, I did not see the trailer for this movie until like last week. Like, I just saw like someone share it. I was like, and it started playing. I was like, all right, fine, I'll watch it. I actually think it looks kind of great. To be honest, it doesn't look generic, yes, but I think it could have some really great performances in it from like Chris Evans and everything. So I think it could be a great movie, but I don't know. I haven't really heard much about it, but from the looks of the trailer, I thought it looked pretty great, to be honest. So yeah, that's all I got to say about Gifted.
All right, so Gifted, once again, guys, if you do want to check that out, it already came out. I haven't heard many people talk about it, so I guess check it out whenever you want to. But now we're getting into films that actually haven't come out yet. So now we're going to get back on track. And this week we have arguably the most, well, not arguably, this is probably the only big film that everyone really is going to see in April and that everyone definitely is going to talk about. And that, of course, is The Fates of the Furious.
Dominic Toretto just turned on us.
Well, you look at that.
I don't know why he's doing this, but that wasn't dumb.
She's the very definition of high-tech terrorism. And now, she's working with your guy.
I think I found my team.
This should be interesting.
You want to play like that?
So Fate of the Furious, as you guys know, I have only seen Furious 7. I have not seen the other Fast and Furious films. I remember I was going to watch Fast and Furious 6. I actually never finished it. I watched like the first 20 or 30 minutes. Great from what I saw, but I didn't get to finish it. But Furious 7, I really did love. I thought it was a really great send-off for Paul Walker, what they did. I thought they had some really fun action scenes there. But as you guys know, I said that should have been the closing film. So you would have to think that I'm really not looking forward to The Fate of the Furious because of that, right? Well, not exactly, because to me, this just looks like they're going as balls to the walls as possible, as nonsensical as they possibly can be, and I think it's all the better for it, honestly. The thing that really helped this franchise is they realize these are just ridiculous films, and they're not supposed to be taken that seriously. I mean, the 7th film, you got a flying car. It really does not get more ridiculous than that. And how do we get more ridiculous than that?
Oh, no, sir. Oh, no, sir. It does get more ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, fucking missiles. You got boats. You got, and of course, Dom betraying the family. I mean, there's just a lot of things here that just look a lot of fun. Charlize Theron's in this one. Helen Mirren. Just a lot of things that I definitely am looking forward to. If anything, I think it's just going to be a really fun movie. I'm a little bit worried they're just cashing a bit too much on the over-the-top part of it all. But like I said, I think the thing that really makes these movies is that they just don't take them too seriously. I think if this is just a fun film and it isn't too serious and they just have fun with it, I think that's really going to benefit overall, and hopefully that's exactly what this is. I just want a fun film. I don't want anything too crazy, and I hope that's exactly what this is.
Funny enough, I'm the exact opposite of you. I've seen every single one except the 7th one. I never got the chance to check it. I never got the chance to check it out.
Oh,
but I will see it before. Well, I will see it before I see this one. But Fate of the Furious, man, this looks like probably the most ridiculous movie of the year, but it looks ridiculous in all the best ways possible. Like, come on, you've got a submarine, a submarine coming out of the. They're racing cars on ice, on stinking ice. But like you said, these movies know exactly what they're doing ever since the 5th one. They're like, we know these are ridiculous movies, and yeah, and we're gonna stick with that. And honestly, me with the series, I really enjoyed the first one, actually. The second one was okay. Tokyo Drift was just awful. The 4th one was actually, it was starting to get the series back on track, and then the 5th one just took it to a whole new level. And I really loved the 6th one as well. So I'm very excited to see what they do with the Fate of the Furious. And yeah, I think it could be just a fun and ridiculous movie that is going to have just some fun popcorn, you know, over the top ridiculousness of just like they're just like screwed the script at this point. They're just, you know, we're just making anything we want as possible in this. So yeah, The Fate of the Furious looks really fun and really enjoyable. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, so guys, The Fate of the Furious is, like I said, probably the biggest film of this month. It's really the film that you guys all want us to talk about. Definitely going to try to go see it this Thursday or on Monday as well. They're going to have free screenings tomorrow if you guys do want to check that out. I don't know when this video is going to be up. Maybe they've already happened. I don't know. But definitely Fate of the Furious, by far the most anticipated film of this month. It's really the only movie I think that everyone is like really excited for, except for maybe the next movie. This movie I actually am kind of interested in, also coming out this week, ironically, and that is The Lost City of Z.
I am proposing that Amazonia contain a hidden civilization. If we may find a city where one was considered impossible to exist, it may well write a whole new chapter in human history.
Are you insisting that these savages, they are equals?
Their civilization may well predate our own. I call it Zed, the ultimate piece of the human puzzle.
All right, so this is a film that I have heard really great things about. I've wanted to see for quite a while. I have not seen a trailer for it just because I want to go into it kind of unknown and kind of blind about what it really is. But it's about basically like this British explorer who journeys into the Amazon at the dawn of the 20th century, and he ends up disappearing in like 1925. So it kind of talks about how he disappeared and things like that. That's not the thing that really gets me excited. The thing that gets me excited is the cast. You got Charlie Hunnam, Tom Holland, Robert Pattinson, Sienna Miller, just a really great cast here who all have given, you know, who all have shown that they really can do these kind of films quite well. You know, you got Robert Pattinson, who I think ever since after Twilight, I know definitely FilmFan0599 will agree with me.
Don't remind me.
He has been giving really good performances, and he's really proven that he is a much better actor than those films showed he was. Tom Holland's great, obviously. I've always loved Tom Holland since The Impossible. I think he's a fantastic actor. Charlie Hunnam's kind of 50-50 for me. It depends on what you give him. In things like Sons of Anarchy, I think he was just kind of repetitive. But things like Crimson Peak, he was incredible. So I think he could definitely do a good job. And then Sienna Miller also was great. So I really do love the cast here. I definitely hope this is really great. I'm hearing really good things about it. It's from the dude who directed that Hitchcock Truffaut documentary a couple years ago that me and Kane talked about 2 years ago. So if you guys look like that, I guess definitely check this out. And what do you want to say, film fan?
Not really too much expectations. I haven't really heard much about the film myself. I never really looked up too much about it, but the cast sounds great. And that's probably the thing I'm looking forward to the most from what I'm hearing. So yeah, that's all I really got to say about this movie. Hopefully it can be really great.
All right, so if you guys are looking forward to The Lost City Z, it's really the only other movie worth mentioning this week, so definitely look forward to that. I think it definitely could be a hidden gem in there. It's going to be one of those films I think that not many people talk about, but maybe actually does, you know, get a lot of people on board with it and people are talking about it and things like that. But now we go to April 21st, which once again, there's really not a lot to talk about. There's only maybe 3 or 4 films to really talk about here. The first one is a Disney nature documentary, Born in China. Don't have much to say about that. It's some panda documentary. They're always fun to watch. I don't really watch them because I don't like nature documentaries. I don't know about you, film fan, but I don't really have much to say about it.
I don't even watch them. So
I don't either. They're all kind of the same to me. But Born in China, if you guys want to check it out, fine. Just not my thing. But the film that I do want to talk about coming out is Free Fire.
You're on a different level now. The guy who represents this merchandise, his lawn is bigger than your whole fucking country.
Justine, as gorgeous as ever. Well, you've put on a bit of weight.
Fuck off.
Check out the merch.
That's not what he ordered.
Fuck, really?
We ordered M16s, different weapon.
I'm not running a fucking pizza delivery service.
Keep your shit together.
You want the weapons or you don't want the weapons?
Oh, I'm already calm the fuck down!
Here we go.
Oh, now we're cooking!
All right, so this film, again, it is a limited release, but it's also an A24 film that looks a lot of fun. Just this entire movie looks so much fun. It's about these brokers, basically, that there's this girl named Justine. There's this meeting in a deserted warehouse between two Irishmen and a gang led by Vernon and Ord, who intend to sell them a stash of guns. And when shots fired during the handover, complete pandemonium ensues, and it just looks like a lot of fun here. You got a lot of really great actors in here, and it just, like I said, really looks like a fun film. I believe it takes place in like the 70s or something like that, and that's something that really benefited The Nice Guys last year, and it looks like it's going to benefit this film as well. So I'm definitely looking forward to Free Fire. I don't remember much from the trailers, but from what I saw, it looked like a lot of fun. I think it definitely could be that. Brie Larson, I love Brie Larson. I think she's really been killing it lately, so I'm looking forward to seeing how she is. Cillian Murphy, Armie Hammer, just a really great cast overall. So I'm definitely looking forward to this. I don't know much about it. Like I said, the trailer was a lot of fun, but I don't really have much else to say. Film fan, you got anything?
This is probably my most anticipated release of the entire month. Like, I'm so excited for this movie.
Oh, yeah.
I remember seeing the trailer, I think it was around Comic-Con, because that's when they debuted it, I think. And I remember, like, okay, like, seeing, like, the thumb. I was like, all right, well, I'll just check this out. And this just looks like a balls to the wall, just type of like shootout movie. And I'm like, this is going to be just a fun, like just exciting kind of movie. Just like a fun little shootout movie. And I can't wait for it. It just looks really fun, really exciting. Like, it's probably going to be bloody as hell because the movie's rated R and, you know, lots of guns, lots of fire. So it's going to be really bloody. And I'm honestly really excited for it. So I can't wait to see it. The cast is really good. You know, Brie Larson, Armie Hammer, Cillian Murphy, Sharlto Copley, I even think is in the movie. And, yeah, so, and that dude's always fun to watch on screen, so
especially
it's just...
Henry, he was so good in that.
Yes, so I can't wait to see this movie. It's probably my most anticipated release of the entire month. I can't wait to see it. So, Free Fire, definitely something I cannot wait to see.
All right, so guys, Free Fire does come out April 21st, if you guys are looking forward to it. Probably the biggest movie of that week, if not for the other film coming out, which I don't know anything about this, but I've heard about it for quite some time, so we're going to talk about it, and that is Leap.
I'm gonna be everything I want to be.
Felicie!
Oh, the world has a dream, but dreams are not reality.
If you escape with me tonight, our dreams will come true.
Do you have a plan?
A brilliant plan!
I call them chicken wings!
Chickens don't fly!
Good morning, sunshine!
Ew, when's the last time you brushed your teeth?
Now, Leap is a French film that actually has come out in France, I believe, a couple months ago. But it's about basically a ballerina and flying. That's all I got. I don't know anything else about this. I know Elle Fanning's in it. It's got a really good cast. I'm hearing good things about it. I just don't really have much to say because I haven't really seen a trailer or anything like that. It got leaked onto F Movies, that illegal movie site I always watch in French, so that's pretty cool. But
hey, excuse me, Kevin, I don't mean to, like, since you're getting at this, I just got a text message from someone. Just can I just take that really quick while you're talking?
Yeah, that's fine. So Leap, I don't have a ton to say, really. I think it looks fun, but like I said, I haven't really seen any trailers or anything like that, so I can't really say anything about it. I think the cast here is really good, definitely. You know, Elle Fanning, Dane DeHaan, Carly Rae Jepsen, Kate McKinnon, you know, Mel Brooks, actually, you know, really good caster overall. Definitely could have some, you know, hidden gems in there. I think definitely Nat Wolff actually is playing Dane DeHaan's role in the American version. So I don't know a ton about this movie. I don't really have a lot to say about it, but I'm sorry if you guys are looking for a more detailed thing, but I really don't have much to say about this movie. So Leap, it does come out, like I said, on April 21st, if you guys are looking forward to it. Film fan, do you have anything to say about Leap?
I don't even really. I just heard about this movie literally just now, as you just mentioned it. Sounds interesting, I guess. I really don't know what to say, really.
I mean, animation looks good. Elle Fanning's a good actress, things like that. But not much in the way of, not much in the way of plot or anything like that. Not much information about most of these movies. But Leap does come out Friday, April 21st. If you guys are looking forward to it. But now we go to the last big week of April. We're already here. I mean, this has gone by really quickly, but we're already at the last week of April where we have 2 movies coming out. The last.
Oh, by the way, hey Kevin, did you forget a movie from April 21st?
What was it?
There's this movie called Unforgivable coming out.
Oh yeah, I didn't know if that was like I didn't know if that was like a big movie or whatever. I don't know what that is.
It's just a random. It's another one of those random like stalker thriller type things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like The Perfect Guy or Boy Next Door or whatever.
Oh God, okay. I'm glad I forgot about that.
Okay, I didn't know because I thought you forgot it. All right.
No, I saw it. I just didn't really have anything to say about it, so I just kind of left it off. But if you guys looking forward to Unforgettable, that does come out April 21st. If you guys like those kind of movies, then there you go. I just don't really have anything.
Yeah, it looks the same as all those movies, basically.
You've seen one, you've seen them all, kind of, basically.
Yep.
That's kind of what it is.
Except The Gift. The Gift is a great example of a great stalker movie.
Yeah, I'm talking like The Boy Next Door, Perfect Guy, those kind of.
Yeah.
When the Battle Royale, those kind of movies. Not my cup of tea. If they're your cup of tea, then fine, but definitely not for me at all. But now we go the last week here. Yeah, garbage. But now we go to the last week here, Friday, April 28th, where there actually are 2 movies I definitely do want to talk about. Probably my second most anticipated film of the month, and that is The Circle.
I am a believer in the perfectibility of human beings. When we are our best selves, the possibilities are endless. At The Circle, there isn't a problem that we cannot solve. We can cure any disease, and we can end hunger without secrets, without the hoarding of knowledge and information. We can finally realize our potential. Circlers, do you like to share?
So it's The Circle. This is a film I definitely am really looking forward to. Not just because of the cast, but also the plot I think is very interesting. Basically, you have this character, May, played by Emma Watson, and she's working for Tom Hanks, who's kind of like a Steve Jobs-esque kind of, he's kind of a Steve Jobs-esque visionary, and I think it definitely sounds very interesting. It's kind of like the suspense film. But you got Tom Hanks, Emma Watson, John Boyega, Patton Oswalt, Bill Paxton. This is one of Bill Paxton's last films, actually. But a really good cast as a whole. I definitely am really looking forward to this film. It looks like it's going to be very intense. You got a really good cast here. I like seeing Emma Watson doing a lot of really different things. I like seeing John Boyega do a lot of great work as well. So he's not just known as Finn. He's really trying to broaden his roles as much as possible. And I think overall, it just looks like a really well done suspense thriller. So I'm definitely really looking forward to The Circle overall. So what do you want to say, Devil 9?
You know, I will say this. When I heard about the cast and when I heard about the plot, I was very intrigued by it. But then when I saw the trailer, I was kind of underwhelmed by it. And I was just like, this just kind of looks boring to me. I don't know. I just kind of got a sense of underwhelmingness from the trailer. And I was just like, yeah, okay. But I am interested to see it because of the casting. The premise does sound really intriguing. It's just by the way that the trailer showed it, it just kind of looked underwhelming, kind of boring to me. But who knows? It could completely change. I've had thoughts about that with some other movies with their trailers before I've ended up liking them or loving them. So who knows with this movie. So The Circle just doesn't intrigue me all that much because just by the trailer, it looked kind of just boring and just kind of, you know, underwhelming to me by the trailer. But who knows? The movie could actually be good once I see it. So, yeah.
All right, so The Circle, if you guys do want to see it, does come out April 28th. Now we got a film. I don't know what the fuck this is, but it's coming out April 28th. It's a wide release, so we basically are forced to talk about it, and that is How to Be a Latin Lover.
Bill! Shadow!
The all early.
I missed you.
You deserve a nice, refreshing beverage after the workout we just... Hey!
You cheated on me with a car salesman?
No, a little.
Peggy dumped me. I have no money, no home, no helicopter.
You could always try staying at your sister's.
Hey,
Sara.
¿Qué haces aquí?
Quería verte a ti y a mi sobrina.
Sobrino.
¿Sobrino? ¿Sobrina? ¿Qué dije? Sobrino. Sobrino. Eso, sobrino. It's Hector!
His name is Hugo.
Like I said, I don't know what the hell this is. It's some movie coming out on April 28th. It has Salma Hayek. It's about some dude who like seduces rich older woman and things like that. He marries like this wealthy woman that's like twice his age. I don't know what the hell it's about. Salma Hayek plays his sister. I haven't seen a trailer or anything like that. It just sounds really bad from the plot. I don't know if you want to chime in or say anything, Double Nine.
It just sounds stupid from the title alone. Like, seriously. Oh, man, I haven't even seen a trailer either, but it just sounds stupid from the trailer and from the plot itself.
It's the same.
So, yeah, that's all.
That's why Sandy Wexler's not on this list. You guys know what we have to say. So, if you guys are wondering why Sandy Wexler's not here, that's why it's not here.
It's just, it sounds stupid from the from the title and the plot itself.
Yeah, so How to Be a Latin Lover, nothing to say about it. Last movie we're going to talk about, this does sound kind of interesting, but also could be kind of stupid. It also comes out on April 28th, and that film is Slate.
So you do magic?
I mean, a little. My dad passed a while back, and my mom passed last year. It's just me and my little sister, Tina. Love of my life.
What's up? You have been doing good. I've been hearing there's a new supplier in the area. Homie moves into our backyard and starts selling like I don't exist. We're gonna pay him a little visit. Talk to him about etiquette. Sit down! Now! What the?
Now, Slate, this is a film that I am definitely kind of interested in. It has Jacob Lattimore. He's basically this young street magician. He's left to care for like his little sister after their parents pass away, and she ends up actually getting kidnapped, and he's actually forced to use his magic to save her. And it does sound really interesting. I haven't seen a trailer or anything like that, but I've heard good things about it overall. So I'm definitely looking forward to Slate. Again, not really much to say about. I don't know if you have anything more to say, Double Nine.
I never really, I'm be honest, this is another film I didn't even know about until you just mentioned it, really. So, could sound interesting, could be cool, but I don't know really what to think. So, yeah.
Yeah, so, all right, guys, we're actually done. I can't believe that we're actually done. That's probably the fastest moving movie preview I've done in so long. Like we said, not really many films to talk about because of the copious amount of films in both March and in May. Again, I want to definitely Fate of the Furious, Lost City of Z, Free Fire, Circle. There's definitely films I'm looking forward to the most. But I want to thank my guest here one more time.
FilmFan0599, thank you, Mr. Kevin Falk, for having me on here for the April movie preview. So, yeah, thank you once again, sir.
If there's anything you want to plug or anything like that, you can...
You can subscribe to my channel, FilmFan0599. Follow me on Twitter at FilmFan0599, Instagram, FilmFan0599. So, yeah, those are the things I would like to plug, and hopefully to see you all there.
All right, guys, so that's it for this movie preview. Sorry it was so delayed. This is kind of like a whatever month. There aren't really that many big movies coming out or things like that, but definitely look forward to May, where I do plan to have Jackson Fulcher and hopefully Nate Plouffe. If I can get them, we'll have to see how that works. If not, I'll get someone else. But overall, guys, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next video. I don't know what it's going to be because I don't know when the hell this video is actually going to be fully edited and processed and shit like that, but I will see you guys for whatever that is. Okay, bye.
Peace.